Hello everyone, I hope you're having a fabulous day today. My name is Robyn with Sir Chauncey Rocco Creative Designs. I'm really excited to share a new project that I created for the Facebook group Loaded Envelope Galore. The theme for this month was Alice in Wonderland, and we had to create a mini loaded envelope that measured 4 by 6. Now for this project, I used a tutorial by Tamika. She has a YouTube channel called Scrap the World. However, I didn't stop there. I really wanted the story of Alice in Wonderland to unfold in this project, so I took it one step further and I created a mini 3D flipbook loaded envelope. For the base of this project, I used black cardstock, and I also used a digital paper stack that I purchased from Etsy. A number of the ephemera and other characters that you see here I got from Pinterest. As you can see, this is the front of my mini 3D flipbook loaded envelope. Turn it around here. This is the side, and there are two different components. So it's self-standing, and then this is the back. And then here's the side. This is packed full of fun goodies. At the base I have lined this pocket here with these pretty rhinestone trim, and you have a picture of the Mad Hatter, and it says "We're all mad here." Now this is the first example of the 3D elements. For many of these elements, I either fussy cut them by hand or cut them out on my Cricut, and they're at least 3 layers thick. You'll also notice this little arrow here. I featured them throughout this project, and this one says "To Wonderland." I included this pretty red lace trim that's poking out here on the top just to give it a bit of color. Inside this first pocket, I've created this little tag holder, and it says "Eat Me." These have little Ghirardelli chocolate squares in them. I love the way they turned out. And then I included this burlap ribbon that's trimmed with this red glitter detail. I also included this little bouquet of flowers. In the Alice in Wonderland stories, there's a scene where the playing cards are actually painting the roses red for the Queen of Hearts. And so what I just did here was I included some glitter pipe cleaners, and then I took white roses and sprayed them using my Heidi Swapp glitter mist, and then I took some red stickles and outlined a few of the roses. Here we have more dimensional characters. This is Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and these are also layered. On the back, I made them into little paper clips. So inside here, I have lined this package with paper from the digital kit, and I've included several pieces of ephemera that I cut out on my Cricut. We also had to include a mini envelope that included fun little tidbits, and inside I've included these playing cards. I've also included this cute little bottle here that says "Drink Me," and these fun stamps. Next, I created this really fun wand. I love the way this turned out. We have a silver lace doily in the back. As you can see here on the side, it's a double layer rosette, which I cut out on my Cricut. And then I included this pretty red tool that has sparkle pieces in it. And this bottle cap I created. I added these fun little gemstones. We've got a little red gemstone here, and then this key with a crystal piece in it. And then I used a black straw, and I sanded it with sandpaper to try to give it a little bit of a distressed look. On the back, I found this watch piece, and then I merged that with this cute little rabbit, and on top of it I put glossy accents. In the larger pocket, I included this cute little porcelain charm tea set. Here we have a little porcelain tray with a spoon, a teapot and tea glasses, and then at the top here I've included some of the ephemera, these little playing cards, and a red sequin bow. I created these bottle caps using a tutorial from Sabrina Ann. I will be sure to include a link to her channel that shows you how to make them, but they were super easy. And each of these are little clocks that have Alice in Wonderland images in them. I created this large tag. This is a Cheshire cat and he's floating in the air. And as you can see maybe here from the side how dimensional it is. I used my Wink of Stella to highlight and add some dimension to his blue lines. And then I used glossy accents to highlight his smile, his eyes, some of the butterflies, as well as his teapot here. And then on the top, I used this fun burlap and red crinkly ribbon, as well as a little bit of this silver glitter coily ribbon, and then finished it off with this red sequin bow. On the back, I used this really fun image. This is Alice, who's sitting in a chair and she's reading her book and she's dreaming. There are little floating teapots and teacups, and then here's the rabbit. He's floating in the air with an umbrella, and I use glossy accents to highlight his face and shoes, and then also Alice's hair. Now that we've emptied out the envelope, this gives you a better idea of what the front looks like. This is all one sheet of paper and it says, "Welcome to the Madhouse. We're all mad here." And I simply cut it in half. And then typically for most loaded envelopes, they'll cut the center and then roll back the sleeves. I wanted to use this space as real estate to highlight the words here. So instead I created what I think looks like a little marquee. I added these little flaps here and then I rolled them back, and I also lined the top here with crystal rhinestone. And so not only are these decorative elements, it's also functional. This is where I held my little wand. So here's a closer look of the front pocket. This tassel I created using a tutorial by Faithful Designs by Christy. It was so easy to make. I will be sure to include a link to her tutorial. There are two different color papers here that are layered on top of one another, and I wrapped some fun ribbon around it. I included this glossy bead and then another clear bead here at the top. This is the back of the loaded envelope, and at the bottom I've created this fun little collage. We have a red and blue resin flower. I've included this pearl and rhinestone hat stick pin, this really pretty ruffled flower. I've included a clock and then surrounded these with metal gears from the Tim Holtz collection. Here you've got your cute little teacups, a metal key. Here's another little arrow that says tea party. And then this is layered on top of a large top hat that has a red little band on it. And then I included this cute little butterfly with a pearl trim. I've included more three-dimensional characters. This is the rabbit. He's also on a paper clip. In this pocket it says "Drink Me," and similar to the pocket that I created on the front, I've included tea bags here. Here's a cute little teacup. And then I also use glossy accents on the glass part here. It's also on a paper clip. Here's another three-dimensional. This is Alice. I included this pretty altered clothespin. These are flowers that I cut out on my Cricut. I've included a red glitter flat back pearl, and then here on the side I used white tulle with black polka dots. I really love the way this turned out. I've included some vintage Alice in Wonderland postcards, and then to make them a little bit more sturdy, I put them on black cardstock. I found this cute little wooden tag and I thought it was perfect for the theme. It's got the beautiful red ribbon and then these two red hearts. I love the houndtooth print. Here we have a package of red heart gemstones, and I thought the perfect accessory for this would be, of course, the Queen of Hearts. And so this is just a little ephemera piece that I fussy cut and I put on black cardstock and also made it into a paper clip. I found these adorable Alice in Wonderland stamps. I layered these on black cardstock. This is what the back cover looks like. Here I have this cute little piece here. It says "Time for Tea." We've got a little lock, a red teapot, a clock, playing cards. Now this is where the fun begins. As I open up the front flap, you have this first page here that says, "Alice, how long is forever?" And the white rabbit says, "Sometimes just 1 second." I fussy cut this rabbit. He's layered on 3 different layers. And then here's another little arrow that says "Over there." On this flap, I've lined it with more rhinestone trim, and I have some of the fun ephemera playing cards. Here's a little bottle here that says drink me, and I've also made a tag with the rabbit. And then finally we open up the last flap and it reveals the Queen of Hearts. I lined this with more of the rhinestone trim. I created a blue frame back here, and then I fussy cut and layered the Queen of Hearts. And then the last page here is this panel with the Cheshire Cat. It says, imagination is the only weapon in the war against reality. And then here's little Alice. Well, this concludes my review of my mini 3D flipbook loaded envelope. Hopefully I've inspired you with some fun and creative ideas. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you on my next project. Bye for now.